Saying that Ubisoft had held its hand in a bit of controversy lately would be a bit of an understatement, although I think a lot of what has been stirred up by people has been quite stupid. I mean, come on, let's be honest. I'm not saying it's okay to release unfinished game because it really fucking isn't, but are you making a good example as a smart consumer by keeping on pre-ordering their games? Of course Ubisoft has done some shit lately, like the E3 debacles and whatever, but don't pretend as if Ubisoft is the only company doing it. It's marketing, for crying out loud. We know they're treating us like brain-dead puppets, but why do we keep proving them right by pre-ordering their games or getting them at launch? If you pre-order games, you have no right to bitch about the game at all. Doesn't matter what the devs promised, simply because we've had so many debacles in the industry lately that as a consumer, we shouldn't be treated better. We should simply just know better. Let's not prove them wrong by breaking the rules. Let's prove them wrong by besting the rule. Let's not pre-order the games. Let's not buy the dumb microtransaction. Let's wait for the games to drop in price, etc, etc. Remember Battlefront? And how people knew it was going to be a Battlefield with a Star Wars skin, and then it came out and it was a Battlefield with a Star Wars skin, and then people proceeded to act as if this was the game that ruined Star Wars once and for all, as if shitty Star Wars games have never existed. Now I was going to review Ghost Sparta after Chains of Olympus, if not I was reviewing The Order 1886, but my PC decided to take a pit with its hard drive. Not only did my hard drive malfunction, but it was also the C drive, which led to me having to reinstall Windows 10 via a USB flash drive, and then getting my secondary hard drive with all my recorded footage from the last year formatted as well. GG computer! But once Windows 10 was back, my PC felt as good as new, and so I decided to give an Assassin's Creed game another go. So I installed Uplay of all things and reinstalled Assassin's Creed Rogue, which I bought about 6 months ago. And oh my god, I have never been more happy to give a game a second chance. For the first time in a very long time, I have found myself playing a game for the sake of my own enjoyment and fun, which is weird saying about a series that's so derivative nowadays. Not that the games don't carry an identity of their own, they're just very good at making the best out of what they already are. They don't try to ruin things in order to seem original, and it shows, because this truly is not my favorite Assassin's Creed game. I never got a lot into Assassin's Creed earlier. It wasn't until Assassin's Creed 3 that I found myself enjoying most of what the game threw at me, despite its negative reputation and reception among the public. All up until I finished Assassin's Creed Rogue the other day, Assassin's Creed 3 was the only game in the entire series that I had played through to the end. Between these two, Assassin's Creed Rogue takes the victory without the shadow of a doubt. Because for fuck's sake, this game is easily in my top 5 of 2014 now. Now a lot of my love for this game comes from the great protagonist Shay Cormac, which is easily the best protagonist to ever be in an Assassin's Creed game. And that's right, suck it Ezio, go fuck yourself. This guy is rocking an Irish accent for fuck's sake.
Welcome aboard.
Which is easily the best English accent there is. Not only do I envy his now and abouts, but he's just so damn likable. I can't put my finger on it, but I just like him so damn much. Unlike most of the assassins in the series, Shay is rational.
You made me slaughter innocents!
How dare you!
You defend him? Achilles sent me in there like Macandal sent his man in Haiti. What the hell's going on?
When he's set up for something, he sees it through and does what he can to do what's best for the ones he claims to protect. Basically, the plot of this game is that Shane finds out something horrible about the assassin, he betrays them, gets shot in the back, gets rescued by Templars, and oh my... Now, like any Assassin's Creed game, we get to meet historical people that existed in real life. Ben Franklin makes a return, and we even get to sail with James Cook and his sexy Scottish accent. We also get to meet known characters from the franchise like Adderwale, Achilles, and Haytham Kenway, and more of course. And there is one point, this is a minor spoiler, but who cares? Heads out, 3, 2, 1. At one point, Haytham confronts Adderwale, who sailed with Edward Kenway in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Now, all the information we got on Edward Kenway was that he was Connor Kenway's granddad. Of course, we knew that he'd then be Haytham Kenway's father, obviously. And then during the confrontation, Adderwale mentions that he has sailed with Haytham Kenway's father. And yes, we all knew it because we played Black Flag, because it was fucking great. But just how the characters acknowledge that and mention it is kind of cool. Even though pretty much all of the games in this series have a pretty similar narrative structure with plot and build-up, they've always been good at character interaction. While the characters might seem cliché and uninspired with their motivations, they are never straight up boring. And oh my god, I love you, Shay Cormac, greatest Ubisoft character ever. But other than the compelling story and awesomely written characters, Rogue is a great game bottom line, because this game blurred the lines between the series' recurring shortcomings and the series' strength. Now whether or not cutting corners is a good thing or not is completely irrelevant. You see, what people often enjoyed in Assassin's Creed would often conflict with smaller, subtle elements in the core gameplay. Subtle annoyances and additions that would spark a sense of exasperation and irritation. But man, Rogue cut corners like Gordon Ramsay would cut his onion. Removed so much dumb stuff from the previous game. This is like if Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag had a baby. Just didn't inherit all the bad stuff from its ancestors. you get the idea. The reality and animus connection thing, while it likes to think it's thought-provoking, and it really isn't at all, is dialed back a lot. The time spent wandering around the Abstergo offices are short, and while they break up the pace of the narrative a lot, aren't too much of an annoyance as Desmond Miles segments in the previous game. And for Black Flag, not a lot has changed. They simply cut corners to make the game more enjoyable. The combat is easy and simple. One button to attack, but one to counter with. As long as your A button works, you'll be fine. Parkouring is simple, well, not a lot simpler than usual, but unlike Connor and Ezio, his entire body isn't magnetic. Or is it, Arno? The naval combat is also back with upgrades to get, icebergs to smash, and seas to sail in. Everything about this game is just good, and it's so sad that it was released in the shadow of Assassin's Creed Unity. And in that shadow it gained the image that Ubisoft only released an Assassin's Creed for the 7th gen in order to maximize capital. But even if that's the case, it's deserved. Because Assassin's Creed Rogue is so much better than anything we've gotten from the post-Assassin's Creed 3 games in my opinion. And hey, if you're one of those Ubisoft boycotters who refuse to give them money, just buy the game from a third-party site like G2A, just take my word for it. Assassin's Creed Rogue is Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag, just a whole lot better. Thanks for watching this review.